Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy Donny back with another video. So today I decided to do a top 10 most legendary games. These are my personal preferences. These are games that have completely changed the genre of gaming as it was. So starting off this list at number 10. I'm not gonna lie, some people love it, some people hate it, but I'll start off this list with Battlefield 3. Now, why Battlefield 3 definitely changed it in a lot of people's eyes. It brought something a little bit more to the first-person shooter franchise, and definitely was a very good and very highly regarded competitor for Call of Duty. I know the Battlefields before it, however, Battlefield for me, I didn't really start getting into it until Battlefield 3. I eventually came out with the Battlefield sort of era because of the fact that I just couldn't play it. It was completely different from the control schemes that I'd grown and got used to playing Call of Duty. So like I said, I've not played a massive amount of it lately, so I can't really commentate on the game itself. However, I will try and source Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, try and get back into Battlefield, but like I said, I'm not the best Battlefield player. So I'm going to say number 9 on this list, yet again. Some will hate it, some will love it. I'm going to say Star Wars Battlefront. I've never actually played the games personally, but you have to admit, to bring something like that into the first-person shooter world was a brave idea, and it actually ended up paying off very well for Star Wars and for Star Wars games. They've released the second one quite a while ago now, but it's still got a massive hype and interest about it, and I think a lot of people are now still waiting on when it's the next Star Wars Battlefront 3 going to be released. Fingers crossed it lives up to expectations of the fans of the franchise. I know there are Battlefield and Call of Duty diehard fans that swear to never touch a game like that. But at the end of the day, you've got to give a game for its credit due. And obviously, the developers spent a lot of time and a lot of effort, and definitely you can tell by looking at it on YouTube videos that they've spent a lot of money as well, trying to get this game as detailed as possible and as good as storefront ready as possible. So, number 8 for this video, I've decided that it's going to be a bit of an awkward choice. This is my personal preference, but I'm going to put Need for Speed Underground on this. Now, if you haven't played Underground, I suggest go back, get a PlayStation 2 and play it. This game made my childhood. Now, being on PlayStation 2, we're talking quite a while ago. I was sort of born and raised on a few different games. Simpsons Hit and Run, which we'll get onto in a minute. And stuff like Scooby-Doo. Oh, they were amazing games. To be fair, all you need to do, Need for Speed Underground, just look it up. It's absolutely amazing game. In regards to that sense, I think most Need for Speeds have actually brought something else to the table. Nowadays, are sort of at that point where they can't really bring much else to the table. So it's a bit of a shame to see Need for Speed sort of reach that level where they actually can't bring anything else without actually ruining the actual initial game. I think Need for Speed are also trying to stay quite true to the roots. They just want it to be purely a driving game, but also set in a sort of world. Which brings on to number 7. Wait, 10, 9, 8, so yeah, definitely on number 7. See, my head's all messed up. Which brings me to Test Drive Unlimited on the Xbox 360. Now this is the forefounder really for games like Forza Horizon. Particularly with the fact that, although you probably go back and play now, I have, the game lives up to nothing like today's standards. But it definitely set a forefront for games like Forza Horizon to come out. It's it was regarded when I was growing up as quite a... It wasn't well known as I was growing up, and only slowly started getting recognition. And it took quite a while for that recognition to actually come about. But when you're talking about a game that took pretty much an idea from Need for Speed to have this sort of world that you were allowed to drive around in and cooperate with stuff, but then almost cross it in with... There weren't really many other games that were about at the time. It was almost as if it was combining the driving and racing games with a completely different sort of genre, and somehow it managed to work. I mean, you could buy houses, you could buy your own cars, don't go to dealership, it was free roam, you could play online with players, and I think it was just absolutely amazing. Now, if you go on Test Drive 1, I know all the servers dead, I'm not too sure about Test Drive Unlimited 2, but like I said, this game will live on. Not necessarily its name, but what it set and what it represented for the gaming world, particularly in regards to what it set for Microsoft and stuff like Forza. So a lot of people don't like to admit that Forza Horizon sort of ripped off Test Drive Unlimited, just ripped it into the modern world, definitely souped it up a lot more. But if you're wondering where Forza Horizon sort of got its idea from, it was pretty much mainly based off stuff like Test Drive Unlimited 2, Need for Speed at the time. Which brings me on to number 6, which brings me on to The Simpsons Hit and Run. And oh my god, that is a legendary game. It doesn't matter who you ask, most people have played Simpsons Hit and Run or heard of it or seen footage of it. The reason I rate this so highly, although it's sort of almost... It was really entertaining as a kid, I'm not going to lie. It was an absolutely amazing game. I don't know what drew me to it so much, but I think it's the fact that you obviously got characters that you've grown up with. Stuff like Simpsons, it's been around since the 80s and 90s. So having that come into a game, and to have a free roam game as well, running... To be fair, even today, to be fair, it still handles quite well in regards to the actual overall sort of quality of the actual game. It was a really well made game. You can tell it took a lot of time to bring The Simpsons and somehow cross it with almost a Grand Theft Auto game. To be fair, it works. It works a massive amount. Now, I'm not going to lie, I would love to rate this quite highly, but I've got a lot of other games that are up there, and quite a few of them are Call of Duty games. Each COD definitely brings something else new, which we'll get on to. But yeah, number 5 anyway, even though Simpsons Hit and Run was absolutely amazing. Number 5, I'm going to have to say Halo. Halo is a love-hate game yet again. Some people love it, some people hate it, but it brought something that we just hadn't seen before. It was special, and to be fair, I'm not gonna lie, for me as a kid, Master Chief sort of almost connected to everyone. Like, every single... I'm gonna put... In fact, you know what? No, not just the original Halo. Every single Halo is gonna go in the 5 spot, because I don't want to put Halos higher than each other. Admittedly, Call of Duty I'm going to do slightly different, because each Call of Duty's bought something completely different. Admittedly, Halos have improved its graphics over time, but it's sort of kept true to that natural core, including Halo 5 Guardians, which sort of kept to its core as well. So yeah, there's not much to talk about Halo. I mean, everyone knows what it is. Everyone's heard of it. Admittedly, not a lot of a newer age nowadays are going to know what it is, because it was mainly that 2010 to 2000, I'd say about 14 game, and it sort of dropped off the radar until Guardians came out. Halo die-hard fans went to play it. I personally didn't. I didn't want to sort of tarnish my respect for the original Halos and Halo 3, Halo 4, which were absolutely amazing games. Which brings us on to number 4 spot. Now, for this, it's going to be another love-hate relationship, so I'm going to count the Black Ops series in Call of Duty. Well, I'm going to count Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 Black Ops 3 I'm not going to count, and Black Ops 4 I'm definitely not going to count either. Now, why these were so important in a lot of people's childhood was they were just overall amazing games, had amazing storyline, and the multiplayer was absolutely amazing as well. Zombies was absolutely amazing. It sort of gave someone... It was a game that you could play whilst playing through the Modern Warfares at the same time, which definitely, I think, makes it almost... Because you got the players at the time that really love stuff like Modern Warfare, but Black Ops really sort of fit itself into the universe really, really, really well, and it came out at an amazing time, and everyone loved it. I don't think there were many people that actually disliked the game. The game was absolutely amazing. Graphics were reasonable for the time. So yeah, that's where I'm going to put the Black Ops series, just sort of there. Now, the next one, which I've really forgotten what number I'm on, is gonna be number 3. If I have missed any out, just let me know, because I do this unscripted and unedited. So number 3, I'm gonna have to put Minecraft there. I mean, what isn't there to say about Minecraft? People love it, people hate it. I don't mind it. It's bearable. It's a bearable game for me. So I don't think anyone can deny that Minecraft has massively changed gaming in a whole sense, as well as bringing something that no game had tried before. And you know, I don't really know how to explain Minecraft as a whole, to be fair. I mean, it sounds like, you put it down on paper and it sounds like a really stupid concept. You dig, you chop wood, you build a house, but the way Minecraft actually managed to do it just absolutely hit home, and it took a few years to take off and took quite a lot of updating, but it's become the #1 game that everyone knows. It's like, ask any, literally, what, I've had old people coming up to the charity shop where I work, asking me, do you have Minecraft or Minecraft stuff in? I'm like, how do you know about Minecraft? But what people don't realise is how massive of a game it is, particularly with younger kids and younger audiences. So they start asking the grandmas, granddads, mums, dads, aunts and uncles to start getting the Minecraft stuff, even today. So that's definitely got to be number 3. Number 2 for me is going to be the Modern Warfare series. Now, that, yet again, isn't much to say about these games, but most people have heard of Modern Warfare, and if you haven't, then there's something wrong. Now, Modern Warfare is definitely one of them games that brought to light a lot of different game mechanics. They managed to nail the game mechanics, and just overall it was a really enjoyable experience actually playing the game. I don't want to rabble on about every single game. Now, this is going to be really awkward. I didn't want to do a top 13 or 14. This is going to be really awkward because we've got 3 for the #1 spot. Number 1 being Grand Theft Auto. Number 2 being Call of Duty World at War. And the third one, although the game's since died out, I'm going to have to put Medal of Honor as a #1 as well. Medal of Honor was an absolutely amazing game. Gave something a lot, sort of continued that World War II sort of set where Call of Duty slowly moved on to other games. And not bearing in mind the fact that Modern Warfare started doing World War II before. Obviously, Call of Duty jumped on the bandwagon. Amazing game, cross-platform, and it worked really well. It looked really well. I've not heard of a Medal of Honor since, which I'm really sad about, to be fair. But yeah, this was an amazing game. Grand Theft Auto. There just, yet again, isn't much to say about Grand Theft Auto. It showed us something that now everyone would be laughing about. If it was to suddenly come out as a game idea today, I think everyone would be laughing about it. What do you do? Well, I mean, talking about Grand Theft Auto, the original anyway, well, it's a top-down game that you go and run over everyone and kill people, run from cops, but also do missions in. Yeah, it sounds like an absolute balmy idea, and yet today, Grand Theft Auto is one of the biggest known franchises to literally everyone. They've either heard of it because it's too violent or there's too much foul words or language in it. All have heard of it because it's an absolutely genuinely amazing game, which is why Grand Theft Auto 5 is still rated highly of me, even though it's slowly dying out. And falling back with World at War. Yeah, again, not much to say. If you haven't played World at War, I genuinely suggest you get the disc. I've tried finding the disc myself. I ended up actually buying Call of Duty World at War, but ended up having a Modern Warfare 2 disc in it, which devastated me massively. But World at War definitely was a massive game changer for Call of Duty and Treyarch. It changed gaming forever, and it was an amazing game, and it brought zombies into it, which was amazing. And I remember spending hours and hours and hours playing this, even back in 2012, 2013, 2014, when Black Ops was out and Black Ops 2 was coming out as well. I just remember spending ages on games like that. So yeah, that's pretty much my top 10 list, even though technically it's top 14-ish, not including all the rest of the games. I mean, there is a few valid competitors as well that I'd like to point out, which would be Operation Flashpoint. Definitely made a big statement when it entered the gaming world. Can't really talk much about it because I'm still absolutely horrendous, even though I actually have the disc. And also stuff like H1Z1, Arma, and PUBG definitely changed particularly PUBG definitely changed the Battlegrounds sort of gaming forever, and it's actually brought something brand new into the gaming world fairly recently for console players. So they're my top mentions as well. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like. I do appreciate you guys sticking through it. I am going to be trying to ram out as many videos as I can. I need to try and get as many viewers in as I can. Fingers crossed I can slowly start building up my channel, getting a lot better equipment. I'm getting my own place anyway in a few days, so I'll be doing a bit of a walkthrough of the house. I've still got to buy proper furniture for it, or either that or I might get it furnished, but not too sure yet. So I'll pretty much be doing that. I don't mind doing a walkthrough of my car once I've got it all sorted out as well. Yeah, that's going to be it for today. Donny